Hello everyone, welcome to First Code Academy. Today we are going to learn how to make our own Minecraft foods. Since Thanksgiving is approaching, I'll be creating a pumpkin pie and a soup that is edible in the Minecraft world. For this project, I'll be using an open source software called MCreator to create my food elements. Using this software, you can create Minecraft Java Edition mods such as biomes, weapons, custom dimensions, tools, and many more. You can find the link to the software down in the description box. So let's go ahead and see how we can create our own Minecraft food element. Alright, to start off with, I'll be creating a workspace in MCreator that will hold all my mod elements. So I'm going to go ahead and click on new workspace, and then I'm going to give a name for my workspace. It's called food elements, and then I'm going to go ahead and click on create new workspace option. Next, it will open up the web page mcreator.net. But if you go back onto the MCreator software, you can see that it's going to create all the project files, the Gradle directories, and all the elements that would be needed to make your project. Alright, once the workspace has been built successfully, let's go ahead and see all the mod elements. Once you're in the workspace, on the left hand side, you can see all the options that would be needed to make your mod elements. The first one would be mod element, where you can add, edit, delete, or even make a copy of the mod element that you'll be creating for your Minecraft project. Next would be the resources, where you can create a texture, import a texture, or even add 3D sounds and mappings onto your project. Next would be the global variables, and followed by localization, and lastly it would be remote workspace. And the first step of this project would be to add the textures to my food element, which is the pumpkin pie and the soup. This means that how my pumpkin pie and the soup would be looked in the Minecraft world. So I'm going to go ahead and click on resources. Then I'm going to click on the create new texture option, followed by create texture from scratch. Here I'm going to create an image with a transparent background of size 16 into 16. This is the image maker, which is similar to an image editor or paint. In this area, you will find all the tools that you would need to create and edit your own pixel art. To start off, I would be creating the pumpkin pie first. First, I would select all the colors that I would need to create my pumpkin pie image. So I would be choosing most of the orange and brown shades. And I would be adding some whipped cream. So I'll be using some colors from gray and white. Next, I'm going to click on the pencil tool, and I'm going to start drawing on my canvas. First, I'll be creating the outline of my pumpkin pie. So I'm going to keep on continuing till using different shades of orange and brown to create my pumpkin pie. Next, I'll be adding some whipped cream on my pumpkin pie. Uh, Now once I have created my texture for the pumpkin pie, I'm going to save this texture. So I'm going to click on the Save This Texture option, which you can find on your right hand corner, and save this texture as an item. Then I'm going to name this texture as pumpkin pie. Now I'm going to repeat the same procedure to create a texture for my soup food element. So I'm going to go back to the workspace and I'm going to create a new texture from scratch, which has a transparent background and size 16 into 16. Again, I'm going to click on the colors I would need. Once I have all my colors, I'm going to create the texture for my soup. So I'm going to draw the ball first. Uh, Next, I'm going to save this image as an item with the name pumpkin. Uh, Now, once we have created our textures for the pumpkin pie and the pumpkin soup, let's go ahead and create our elements. I'm going to go ahead and click on the Mod Element tab, which you can find on your left hand corner. Then I'm going to click on the plus sign, and then I'm going to click on the food element option. So first I'm going to create on the pumpkin pie. I'm going to write the name of the food, pumpkin. Here I'm going to change the properties of the pumpkin pie. First I need to add the food texture. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the food texture option and select the pumpkin pie texture. Next, I'm going to click on the next page. Here, I'm going to change the properties of the pumpkin pie. So I'm going to change the nutritional value to be 20. And I'm going to click on the edible option. Make sure that your pumpkin pie is on the food inventory tab. Next, I'm going to click on next page. And I'm going to click on save one element again. Awesome. Now you have created the pumpkin pie one element. Next, let's create our recipes to cook the pumpkin pie on the Minecraft world. So again, I'm going to click on the plus sign, which you can find on your left hand side. Next, I'm going to add the mod recipe. The recipe name of this would be called pumpkin pie recipe. Yeah. So now I'm going to make sure that my recipe type will be crafting. If you like, you can change the recipe type to be stone cutting, campfire cooking, or blasting. Next, I'm going to add the ingredients I would need to create the pumpkin pie in the Minecraft world, which I'll be doing in the down box below. In my custom recipe, I'll be adding 4 ingredients. One is a block of pumpkin. Next, it would be an egg, followed by mushroom and some sugar. If you need your ingredient slots to be shapeless, you may click on the shapeless option. But in my recipe, I'm going to have a specific shape and some order. I'm going to click on the first slot to be the block of pumpkin. So here you can find all the materials that you would need to create your recipes. So I'm going to find my pumpkin block. I'm going to write pumpkin and I'm going to choose on this. Next, I would add an egg to my second slot. On the third slot, I would add some mushrooms. Next, on the slot that is below my egg, I would be adding some sugar. Awesome. Now, once I have mentioned all my ingredients, I'll be mentioning my final product, which is my pumpkin pie. So I'm going to click on the big slot that you can find on the right hand side, and I'm going to add my pumpkin pie. Alright, now once you have mentioned all the ingredients that you would need to cook the pumpkin pie, I'm going to save this recipe. So I'm going to click on Save One Element option. Now once you have created the pumpkin pie food element and the recipe, next I'm going to repeat the same procedures to create the soup element and the recipe that I would need. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the plus sign again, and I'm going to choose on food option. I'm going to name this food as pumpkin soup. Here I'm going to add the texture for my soup, which I created using the image editor. Next, I'm going to change some of the properties for my pumpkin soup. I'm going to make sure that my pumpkin soup is on the food inventory tab. Next, I'm going to change the nutritional value of the pumpkin soup to be 7. Next, I'm going to click on the option that the food is enabled so that when you eat, your nutritional value and the strength would be increased. Next, I'm going to go ahead and click on the next page and finally click on Save More Element. Alright, now I'm going to create the recipe to cook my pumpkin soup in the Minecraft world. So I'm going to go ahead and add another mod element, which is the recipe with a name of pumpkin soup recipe. And I'm going to make sure that this recipe is crafting. However, you can change into any type of recipe that you would like. Next, I would be adding the ingredients I would be needing to cook my pumpkin soup in the Minecraft world. For my recipe, I'll be using 2 pumpkins, 1 mushroom, and a bowl. So I'm going to click on the first inventory, which is going to be a pumpkin. And the third slot is also going to be a pumpkin. In between, I'm going to add mushroom. And finally, I'm going to add a bowl. You may use your own ingredients to create your own custom recipe. Next, I'm going to click on the final product of this recipe, which is the pumpkin soup. Awesome. Now I'm going to click on and save this recipe. So I'm going to click on Save Mod Element. Awesome. Now once you have created your food mod elements and their recipes respectively, let's go ahead and see this on our Minecraft world. To open up the Minecraft platform, I'm going to click on the console option, which you can see on your right hand corner. Next, I'm going to click on the play button, which is to run our client. You may have to wait a few moments till the client is finished building. Alright, once the Minecraft server has been launched, let's go ahead and try the food elements in the Minecraft world. So I'm going to go ahead and click on single player option, and I'm going to create a new world. I can name the world as my world, and I'm going to change the game mode to be creative at first. Next, I'm going to click on create new world option, and it will be loading up my Minecraft world. Right, now once you're in the Minecraft world, let's go ahead and draw this up. Now I'm going to add a crafting table and the ingredients that I have mentioned on my recipes to my inventory. Right, now once I have all my ingredients in the inventory, let's go ahead and cook our pumpkin pie and the pumpkin soup. I'm going to place my crafting table. Next, I'm going to cook. There you go. You get the pumpkin pie that you just created. I'm going to drag it to my inventory. Next, I'm going to cook my soup. I'm going to put my 2 pumpkin blocks. There you go. Now you can see the pumpkin soup which you created on MCreator platform. I'm going to go ahead and drag it. Alright, now let's see if we can eat the pumpkin pie and the soup which we just created. In order to munch on the foods, we need to change the game mode to be survival. I'm going to change my game mode of my Minecraft game. Awesome. Now you can click on the pumpkin pie, which you can see on your hand. Next, I'm going to right click on it and munch. Alright, so let's try on the soup. I'm going to place my soup on my hand. So I'm going to grab the soup into my hand and then munch it. Awesome. In this tutorial, you learn how to create your own food mod elements and recipe mods, which you can use in your Minecraft world. So go ahead and try out the steps to create your own foods and recipe mods. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this project. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up if you like this project and click on the subscribe button to get more updates on new tutorials like this. Thank you. Bye bye.